The other thing is, of course, the climate change, which will also get an impact. And what we can do about that is that in our industry we spend 2% of the CO2 emission. And I think that nobody in this room thinks about that actually is not the climate change happening. It is. 2% we're spending in this industry on CO2 emission, and we do a great job, and Johan and his team are working day and night to see that our equipment is using less and less power. And they're doing it fine. And we are now going for a 40% goal in our company to reduce the CO2 emission on our footprint in the next 3 to 4 years. But what I believe, and many with me, is that we can address probably up to 50 to 20% of the CO2 emission in the world. And think about that 2050, the world will be triplicated. What does it mean for us? It means that we need at least 3 times as much infrastructure. Roads, cars, everything. That will not be possible. We probably need 7 planets to host that, and we only have 1. So using ICT and doing everything you talked about today, using vertical, smart grids, telemetry, all of that, will of course bring efficiency, so we don't need to bring out CO2 emission. So that's why I was invited, and that's why I was part of this discussion, what we believe we can do in Ericsson together with the most difficult challenge in this work. But for us it's also business, because it's a business case for us. It is business because when people use that phone in those remote areas, we have seen that they start creating businesses. Think about the camel guy. He may start to make more efficiency because he can actually call 5 different auction places, and suddenly he can get more paid for his camel. In Africa, outside the coast of South Africa, we built one site. It was totally remote, no people there at all. And the first week, it was just congested, the radio base station. So nobody lives there, so who is using it? In the mornings, totally blocked. So the guys in South Africa in our office went out, filled it up and increased the capacity. 2 weeks later it was full again. Totally impossible, there's no people here, I cannot see them. So the engineers went out, we're going to be on site to see what's really happening here in the mornings. So what happened? 500 meters out, thousands of fishermen that has for hundreds of years been fishing out there. They've been taking the boats, when they've been fishing in the morning, going into one harbor and trying to sell the fish. If they didn't sell the fish in the first harbor, they went to the second. If they didn't sell the second, you didn't do any business that day. It was impossible because then the fish will be rotten and the morning's over and you will sell it. These guys created a marketplace out there, sitting 500 meters out, communicating with 7 different ports and negotiating price for the fishes they had. Who would have thought about that? Not I. That's the power of the communication that we're working with in our company, and that's what we're so proud of. And of course, innovation is really the key here. What will we do with this fantastic communication we have? I sometimes usually quote my children because they usually are more innovative than me. And my son, he is extremely innovative, and we usually call him Carl, and Carl, his name is Carl, but we call him the guy with the ants in his pants, because he has a really hard time to sit still, I can tell you. So his latest invention was that to Christmas this year he wanted a business suit. He's 7 years old. I told him, you don't need to have that, but Dad doesn't really like to have one, and I don't like a tie neither, as you can see. But we bought him a dog suit, and we didn't know why he wanted. But he told me, I need one of those because I have a great innovation which I'm going to tell the CEO of Ericsson. Not the CEO of Ericsson by that time, that was called Henrik Svanberg, our great leader that we have had for 7 years. So one day when we met Carl-Henrik and my son was there, he has his business suit on because he should talk to him. So it's fine, he was talk, but you can talk to me because I can talk to him. No, I'm going to talk to him myself, finally. So he went up there and he told them, I have a great idea, you are the head, you are the chairman of Sony Ericsson. Yes, I am. Carl-Henrik said, I'm proud, of course. These gadgets, I have a Spider-Man, it's very good, but my friend has one as well. We want to communicate with them. Can you put the chipset inside it? Of course, again, he saw the communication not as a phone. He saw the Spider-Mans actually communicating with each other. And again, that's what I'm trying to go to. The innovation from people and the digital natives sitting in this room is actually going to change the whole paradigm for Ericsson. And I think it's so great to be here to meet you all and hear about your ideas. And I can tell you, I'm also proud to have all the talents from Ericsson here at the same time to listen to. And I'm listening to them as well. So this day has been fantastic. I came yesterday and had a great chat with the Ericsson team. I have to thank the Boston University for a great event. It's the third time I'm here. I told many today, the level of quality of the participants from the MBAs and what they know about communication, mobile communication, is just amazing. 3 years ago, it was another game here. So I think that all understand the importance of communication. So Boston University, thank you very much. Venkat, all of you. Steve, fantastic job. Rob coming all the way from UK. GSMA, of course, thank you very much. Not take any more time, but I thought it was important to tell the story where we are and what we're doing, and I would like to end thanking you all for coming to this fantastic event, and good luck in your careers. Thank you.